With it or quit it. With it, quit it.
What?
With it.
We about to turn up in this bitch. All right, when am I winning or quitting today?
The Eagles' season is officially over after losing to the Saints in New Orleans. Now, Philly has a quarterback controversy, and their hands are full. That's not what it says, but I'm saying that now. But Carson Wentz and Nick Foles want to lead their own NFL teams next season, and Philadelphia is not big enough for the both of them. Joy, the Eagles will regret getting rid of Nick Foles. With it or quit it?
I'm going to win it.
Yes!
I am a Nick Foles believer. I don't feel like he is getting enough spec on his name.
Really? I expect you to be the other side.
He is a Super Bowl MVP. What happened, Heller?
I was just supporting you and yelling, put some spec on it.
I know. Please ignore him just normally.
It's just amazing.
I know,
Where was I saying? Nick Foles
yes,
in
Super Bowl
Philadelphia.
MVP.
Super Bowl MVP.
Yes.
He picked up right where Carson Wentz left off and got them to the playoffs. I mean, when is this man going to get some respect?
How did you land here? I figured you'd be on the Wentz train.
Nah, man, I'm not on the Wentz train because the thing is you got to be available, all right? And it's not his fault that he's injured, of course. Nobody plans to get injured, but you got to be available. Like, it's part of the game, and he's not. And I honestly, I have this lurking feeling. I'm sorry, John Hill, but I just don't think that they're ever going to get back to a Super Bowl. And at the end of the day, I think when Nick Foles and Carson Wentz's careers are over, they're going to say Carson Wentz may have been a more talented quarterback, but Nick Foles was a winner and Carson Wentz wasn't. What do you think about that, John Hill?
Give him the mic. Give him the mic.
John Hill is our resident Philadelphia Eagles fan.
I agree with you in one sense is that I think, well, we saw this year Nick Foles couldn't get back to a Super Bowl. So the odds of the Eagles winning the Super Bowl, I think, are generally really, really low, whether it doesn't matter what quarterback you have.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think you're very right that could be a thing, but I don't think it necessarily matters between Carson Wentz and Foles. I think they have the same amount of chance.
Okay. That's fair. I just think that you're right. It's very hard to get back to a Super Bowl. That's part of it. But I just think that at the end of the day, and Colin and I were going back and forth on this, he's like, I'd rather be an all-time great quarterback. I don't think Carson Wentz is going to be an all-time great quarterback. I think everyone is too high on him, and maybe it's because I haven't seen enough of him lately, and it's kind of like that Andrew Luck thing, but I need to see it again. I know he was on an MVP run, but he didn't finish the MVP run, so I need to see him healthy again and doing his thing, but I feel pretty strongly right now about this take.
No, from what I've seen out of Carson Wentz when he has been healthy and been on the field, in his first two seasons, mind you, first 2 or 3 seasons?
He's in his third season.
Yeah, third season. I do think that he can be a great quarterback. There is a chance that he becomes a Hall of Fame quarterback, but he could be a Dan Marino style where he never got to the big game and never won the big game.
Yeah, but Dan Marino is an all-time great. And this is the conversation that Colin and I were having. Would you rather be an all-time great Hall of Famer spoken of in the archives of the greatness of the game or be a Super Bowl champion? And I want all of it.
But the only reason Nick Foles and Carson Wentz the only reason they're getting rid of Nick Foles is because Carson Wentz has the potential to be an all-time great.
Right. And that's where I'm not saying I don't know. I just don't believe that he will be right now. And maybe this is going to be a super cold freezing take that ends up blowing up in my face, but I don't know.
No, there's something
and either
about
way,
teams.
I just feel like Nick Foles needs to have some more respect. And I think he's going to end up somewhere and be good for the next team that he's with.
What type of
I think he has the capability to
good.
go to another team and get them to the playoffs, and apparently that's a thing because winning Super Bowls is not that important to people.
I've been
really.
rooting for him.
All right, what's next?
The 2019 Celtics under the leadership of Kyrie Irving is starting to look a lot like the 2016 Cavs under the leadership of LeBron James. Getting chippy with head coaches, getting visibly upset with teammates, sneak dissing those said teammates in post-game press conferences, clearly imitating LeBron's leadership through and through. Joy, a Kyrie-led Celtics team will never win a championship. With it or quit it? Talk to him.
I think I'm gonna have to win it.
Woo! Tell him
I'm
why.
gonna have to win it. I don't like the reactions. I didn't like it from LeBron either, but LeBron is LeBron.
Exactly.
And that's no disrespect to Kyrie, but Kyrie's a great player, but LeBron is different. Like LeBron can yell like that and then LeBron can go and single-handedly make it happen.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't like what I see from the Celtics. It's very early in the season still. I know. I believe I picked them to win the championship this year, which I just remember. But
you didn't have to remind everybody. Thank you.
I mean, I gotta keep it real.
Yeah.
I gotta keep it real.
Yeah, she yeah.
I shouldn't. Yeah. They've been struggling lately, and
Yes.
they're
Very much
fifth in the
so.
East right now as we speak.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, they could turn that around with going on a streak, but it's I don't know, like it's not clicking with them. It's not clicking with the group they have now. And this was something that was a concern going into the season. How are they going to implement Gordon Hayward? How are they going to get Kyrie back in the mix because they were playing so well without them? So I don't know. I don't know what happens here. I think there could be some movement before the trade deadline. We'll see what happens, but
Ooh, that could be really interesting. Because I guess going into it, they were one of the leading teams in the East. I don't know if we expected Toronto to be this good with Kawhi, because there's not a lot of wiggle room at the top of the East for dysfunction like this.
No, there's not. And everyone's talking about like Kyrie learned this style of leadership from LeBron. I don't necessarily know if that's true. I mean, there are a lot of people are pulling, similarities like the thing, and there are some parallels.
Yeah.
But again, it's LeBron,
Right.
and so it's different.
He dropped out of LeBron's leadership school too early. You know what I mean?
Possibly, or just out of the LeBron team thing.
Yeah. Way too early.
All right, what's next? Speaking of
Oh,
LeBron,
yeah. I was going to say, that was LeBron. That's
it's called a segue.
The 2018 LeBron Lakers were a winning ball club headed to the Western Conference Finals, but the 2019 LeBron-less Lakers are literal losers, going 2-7 in their last 9 games, and Luke Walton's seat gets warmer and warmer with every loss. Joy, the Lakers will have a new head coach next season. Win it or quit it.
I'm going to win it.
Hey!
I don't think that should happen,
You're
but
right.
I'm going to win it.
Okay,
I know LeBron gets very impatient with the coaches.
Mm-hmm.
It's LeBron's thing. He wanted to get rid of Spo. He clearly got rid of Blatt, and other coaches as well. I don't
think LeBron's pulling the strings right now. Like, you're talking about Magic and Pelinka as well, and they're seeing what their head coach is doing without their star player, and I'm sure they want a coach that can be good without LeBron.
NBA is a star-driven league. Okay, yes, you're going to lose LeBron. You're not going to win a lot of games. This is how it works. You need another player. Every other team that's great has another player. He's got to pick up the slack. I like Kuzma's great. I like Kuzma.
Right.
Obviously, we're fans of Lonzo. You got Brandon Ingram and JaVale McGee, and it's all fine. They should not be losing these games. I'm with you on that. There's no reason they should be losing these games.
No.
You should not be losing to the Knicks. You should not be losing to the Cavs. It's silliness. But it's also January, and you need another piece. Why did everyone forget that?
We know the piece
You know why
could
you
possibly
forgot
be
that?
coming.
Because the Lakers were cruising with LeBron.
Yeah.
And then Kuzma had a big game, and it's like, oh, they're going to be fine. Everything's going to be great. It's a star-driven league. It's not about Luke Walton. Luke Walton is what Luke Walton is. Everyone get confused. He was coaching with the Warriors. Hello?
Yes, when Steve Kerr was out.
And that's no diss to Luke Walton. I just don't. Who are you going to bring in? Mark Jackson?
It is important to think about what's out there, but I don't know. Luke Walton, I think, is a young person whisperer, and I do think it's important to have him on the team. I would like to see him be the Ty Lue, like a name that doesn't really matter, who is just really exercising what LeBron James wants on the court.
Okay, here's the thing. I fully believe in selling out when you have LeBron James and building your entire team around LeBron James to make it work. The point is, you need another player. That's what this is all about. All right, you need another star. It has to happen.
Kuzma scoring
Kuzma.
But he's proving scoring wise that he could possibly be, and that's why
He's proving what he could possibly be. He is a
Yes.
piece they should keep, and he is important. You need another established star right now. LeBron is in his 450th year in this league. You have to put someone else around him. It's just facts. It's being proven right now.
If Rondo wasn't hurt at the exact same time, I think we would be telling a different story.
Maybe,
then
but
you
he
would have
is.
a
But
coach
Rondo is not. Rondo wasn't
of
brought there to be
sorts.
that either. He's
Right.
a vet. Like he's not a free agent superstar signing. He's not Anthony Davis. He's not Boogie.
Okay, well,
He's not Klay Thompson.
the fact
Rondo.
is, this young Lakers core has lost to the worst 2 teams in the East with the Knicks and the Cavs. They're playing the 3rd worst team in the East with the Bulls tonight. And if they lose to the Bulls, this could be the drastic thing that Magic Johnson was talking about when he said Luke Walton is safe with his job unless something drastic happens.
Unless I change my mind.
Yeah, which is drastic.
Right. All right. What's next?
Okay, the Browns' new head coach, Freddie Kitchens, is slowly but surely winning over football fans in Cleveland. Last season, Kitchens called offensive plays for Swaggy B and the boys, helping the Brownies win 5 of their last 8 games. Joy, Baker Mayfield and the Browns are in good hands with Freddie Kitchens. With it or quit it.
Unfortunately, it's not even about Freddie Kitchens, but I'm going to have to quit it. It's about John Dorsey.
Ooh, okay.
So
talk to me.
Dorsey has said, Freddie and I are going to work together on a day in, day out basis. There's a belief of a traditional structure model in place, and sometimes I think that that's best. Basically saying Freddie answers to me.
Yes.
You know who the GM of the Cleveland Browns is, which is a problem, just so you know. Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a problem. Here's the thing. I know everyone in Cleveland thinks that I hate the Browns, and I'm from Pittsburgh, so I mostly do. But I like Baker Mayfield. Again, I want to remind you, the only reason that anyone is talking about the Cleveland Browns in the entire known world, except for Cleveland, Ohio, is because of Baker Mayfield. Let's just get that straight. So Baker Mayfield has made Cleveland relevant again. It's the only reason why anyone cares. So it's not about Freddie Kitchens, and it's not about John Dorsey. Also, I don't want the Browns to be bad. That doesn't help anyone. I work in a business of content. The better the team, the better it is for all of us. That's just facts. Nobody cares when the Browns lose every single game of the season. We weren't breaking down their games. Just want to remind you. So I don't care. I'm not rooting against them. Okay. I am giving my opinion about how this all works. In my opinion, when there's a power struggle, it doesn't work. And I wanted somebody around Baker Mayfield who could set and establish a culture for the Browns. The Browns don't have a culture. What is their culture? Losing? Firing coaches? Drafting quarterbacks really high and then making them bust? Like, what is your culture?
You can argue John Dorsey is trying to create a culture, and I think John Dorsey, in picking Freddie Kitchens, is trying to go in a more Jerry Jones, Dallas Cowboys way of running a team.
Oh, that's as of late.
I mean, when you have a GM like that who thinks they know football better than everyone else, listen. If the Browns can get to the Cowboys' mediocrity next season, that'd be a fucking gift from God. Okay, so just straight up, Freddie Kitchens is there to be whatever he is. Listen, and also Freddie Kitchens and the offensive people that he's bringing in are going to implement a lot of college-style coaching that the NFL needs, and it's going to be fast-paced, and it's going to be Baker's offense. They're learning how to coach with Baker instead of teaching Baker how to play with the Browns, and they're going to win that way.
I hope they do win. I hope it all works out. I hope they have a great success. I truly do. I'm not being sarcastic. I have my doubts. But because I think that I don't think I want to know who your GM is, okay? I don't want to hear from your owner, all right? I want to know who the coach is. You know who the Patriots GM is?
The one guy who...
There isn't one. Because Bill Belichick, okay, is the Night King, and he makes all the decisions for everybody, okay? That's how it works.
Yes.
He runs the all right? And Robert Kraft lets him do it. Every once in a while, he tells him to trade Jimmy G, all right? But that's one time, okay? That's it. There's just one time. And it worked out for them, okay? So far, it's been okay.
I can't believe they can go to the Super Bowl again.
Yes, they could. It's possible. So everyone just calm down with the Freddie Kitchens being this incredible, innovative hire, Cleveland, all right? You have no track record of success to get in my face and talk about how I don't know what I'm talking about with Cleveland. Throw me the facts of your greatness. I like Baker Mayfield. We've always supported Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is the only reason why I'm saying Cleveland Browns in the first place. That's it. These are facts. And there's no hating going on here. If you want me to hate, I can get some facts for you, okay? It is really, really simple. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand why you wouldn't keep Greg Williams.
Well, because he saw so much. He thinks he should run the team. He can't be on the defense. He can't take a back. Are you talking about as a head coach?
Yes. I'm going to spoil it for you. Freddie Kitchens is going to do what John Dorsey says, and Greg Williams wasn't. And that's why Freddie Kitchens is the coach.
Listen, Baker's offense did better under Kitchens.
100%.
I want to see Baker's whole team do better under Kitchens.
We will surely find out. This will be archived and replayed in Cleveland halls forever.